Hello grade 8 students, welcome to a new English lesson. Our lesson for today, Module 5A, Grammar plus Speak and Research. Let's first of all start with the learning objectives for our lesson today. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to first, express agreement or disagreement using so, neither, to, and either. 2. Give personal and general information using targeted grammatical structure with so, neither, to, and either. Okay, dear students, now move to the student book, page 61. 3. Grammar. So, neither, to, either. A. Read the dialogues, note the words in blue, and answer the questions. Let's start first with the first dialogue here. I like learning about new cultures. B. So do I. C. I do too. Dialogue number 2. A. I haven't eaten sushi before. B. Neither have I. C. I haven't either. Okay, let's move to the questions A, B, and C. A. Which words are used to agree with an affirmative sentence? Good. We are talking about the first dialogue, affirmative, I like. And the words are good, so, and to. B. Which words are used to agree with a negative sentence? Negative. Good. It is dialogue number 2. I haven't eaten. So the words are neither and either. Well done. Question number C. What do you notice about the position of the words in blue? So is used at the beginning, good. What about to? It's at the end. Well done. Neither at the beginning and either at the end. Well done. The two words so and neither are used at the beginning of the sentence. However, to and either are used at the end of the sentence. Well done. Please, dear students, be careful about this note. Neither and either can be pronounced in two different ways. Both of them are correct. The word either can be pronounced like either or either. The second word, neither, can be pronounced as neither or neither, and both of them are correct. Okay, now please, my dear students, go back to the text on the student book page 60. Find examples of the grammatical structures presented, so, to, either, and neither, and underline them, please. You can pause the video, put your answers, then check your answers with me. Okay. So am I is number 1, good. 2. I don't either. Well done. Let's move to number 3 now. Okay, now the third part of the text. Good. I do too. And the other one is neither am I. Well done. Okay, now let's read the following dialogues to find out when to use so, to, either, and neither. Let's start with the first dialogue. Hamid says, I like video games. Me, so do I, which means I also like them. Our friend Ali says, I do too. It means also I like them. Good. So I use so do I or I do too to say that a positive sentence, an affirmative sentence we mean, is also true for me. Okay. Let's read the second dialogue now. Maha says, I don't like coffee. Me, neither do I, which means I also don't like it. Nura says, I don't either, which means I also don't like it. Good. Now, it means that I use neither do I or I don't either to say that a negative sentence is also true for me. Now, please, dear students, be careful to the structure of using the words so, to, either, and neither. Let's start first with the two words so and neither. The structure is we start with so or neither at the beginning of the sentence plus an affirmative auxiliary verb like verb do, be, have, or modal verb plus the subject at the end of the sentence. Example, let's see example number 1. A says, I can swim. B, so can I. Example number 2. A, I didn't visit London. B says, neither did I. So be careful about the position of the word, then using the auxiliary verb affirmative, of course, then at the end, the subject. What about the structure for the word to? We start the sentence with the subject, plus the affirmative auxiliary, or the modal verb, of course, plus the word to at the end of the sentence. Example, A, I am good at football. B, I am too. So we started with the subject I, plus the auxiliary verb am, then at the end of the sentence, to. 3. The structure for either is we start with the subject at the beginning of the sentence, plus the negative auxiliary. Be careful about this, please. Negative auxiliary, it means we are going to use the word not, or the modal verb, of course, plus either. Example, A, I haven't. It's negative, of course, right? I haven't seen the film. B says, I haven't either. So be careful about using the negative with the word either. Let's move to activity B now. Read the dialogues again and circle the correct options. 1. To agree or disagree with a main verb. Be careful about this, please. Main verb. We use the verb do or the auxiliary verb. Which one are you going to choose? Well done. Of course we use the verb do because we are using it instead of the main verb. 2. To agree or disagree with an auxiliary verb like have, can, be, or must and the modals, we repeat the verb do or the auxiliary verb. Well done. We repeat the auxiliary verb because it is already there in the sentence at the beginning of the conversation or the mini dialogue. Move with me now to activity C. Complete using so, neither, to, either, and an auxiliary verb. Dear students, pause the video here, read the dialogues carefully, put your answers, then check your answers with me. Okay. 1. I'm going to Peru this summer. B. We are going to show agreement here and be careful that we are using the subject at the end of the sentence, Ammar. Well done. So is Ammar. We are using, of course, verb to be here, right? Good. 2. I didn't know people in Japan bow to greet each other. B. So we started with the subject here, right? And the sentence here is negative. Well done. I didn't either. I didn't either. Very good. 3. My sister can speak English and Italian. B. Be careful here. We have a modal verb can, right? And it's positive. Now here we started with the subject Hala. Hala can too. Good. 4. A. My little brother always hugs me when he sees me. So the sentence is positive, right? And we have a main verb here. Be careful with B that we have at the end mine. Excellent. So does mine. Of course, we used does because we have a main verb. And here we are talking about singular subject, right? Good. 5. A. Said has never been abroad. B. And be careful that we have a subject at the end here, I. The sentence, of course, is negative here with never. Well done. Neither have I. Neither have I. Well done. I'm sure it was a piece of cake for you. Okay, dear students, now please read the following mini dialogues, then choose the best answer to complete each. 1. John, I hate baseball. Me. You are going to complete, of course, but be careful. The verb here is positive, so you are not going to think about neither or either. God. What's wrong with this choice here? Do we use to at the beginning of the sentence? No way. Excellent. So the correct answer is C. So do I. This is how we show agreement to positive situation. 2. Lucy says, I don't live in USA. Good. It's negative. Very good. So you are not going to use to or so. You are going to think about neither or either. But what's the problem here? Good, the verb is positive and this is not possible with either. Very good. So the correct answer is C. Excellent. Now let's move to activity number 4, speak. Talk in groups of 3. Go to the speaking activities section on page 111. 5A. Make comments and express agreement or disagreement. Choose from the ideas given or your own and discuss, as in the example. Let's see. Read about a country's customs before a trip. A says, I always read about a country's customs before a trip. Now B shows agreement, saying, so do I. Then the explanation, why does he like it? It's really interesting to learn about cultural differences around the world. Number C, or the third student, would say, I do too. Then, of course, complete to say, why does he like it? Of course, if you disagree, you can say, I don't. I think it's boring. Okay, now let's practice some ideas. 1. Eat with chopsticks. A. I don't eat with chopsticks because I don't know how to use them. B. Neither do I. Eating with chopsticks takes longer than using a fork. C. I don't either, but I would like to learn. 2. Bow when you meet someone. A. I never bow when I meet someone for the first time. B. I don't either. It is not common to bow in Qatar. C. Neither do I. I bowed to people when I went on a trip to Japan. 3. Try food from other countries. A. I sometimes try food from other countries. B. I do too. I always check with my parents first though, to make sure that it's okay. C. So do I. I always ask my parents what it tastes like to see if I will like it. 4. Hug friends when you see them. A. I sometimes hug my friends when I haven't seen them for a very long time. B. I do that too, but I don't usually hug friends that I see every day at school. C. Neither do I. 5. Take your shoes off before you enter your house. A. I always take off my shoes and put on my slippers when I enter my house. B. So do I. Slippers are more comfortable. C. I don't. I usually keep my shoes on. Now let's move to activity number 5, research. Prepare for lesson 5B, speak. Go to the speaking activities section on page 111 and do activity A. 5B. Student A. Do research about the telephone to answer the following questions. 1. Who invented the telephone and when? 2. What was it like? 3. How has it changed throughout the years? 4. Who invented the first mobile phone and when? 5. What was it like? Student B now, you are going to do a research, of course, about the computer, and you are going to ask him or her questions similar to the ones above, so as to learn about the history and the development of the computer. Okay, now student A has done a research and collected information to answer the 5 questions. Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone in 1876. The first telephone was quite big and it didn't have a receiver as we know it today. The telephone today is much smaller and lighter. Receivers often have not got a wire. Martin Cooper invented the mobile phone in 1973. It was much bigger and heavier than it is today. Okay, now student B has done also a research about computers to answer the 5 questions. Konrad Zuse invented the first computer in 1936. It was very big and it had simple programs. Adam Osborne invented the laptop in 1981. It was heavier and not as easy to carry. It couldn't do as many things as laptops today can. Okay. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Goodbye.